So we're going to be opening up some mystery packages. Not so much that they were advertised as mystery boxes. It's just that these are a few packages that I bought over the last 3 years that the listing for them kind of obscured what was in them. So there's no way of me really knowing what's in these anyway until I open them. First one here has a vintage date of November 5th, 2022. So this has been sitting around for almost 3 years. I bought this when I first started making my TCG channel. And I always said I would do a video on it. Never did. So here we are. Figured let's just stream it instead. So let's slice this thing open. I honestly kind of forget what's supposed to be in here. This was a bulk lot. Now this is when I was really new to getting into TCG stuff. And at the time I hadn't realized that bulk meant probably a lot of common garbage. I thought they meant like bulk as in, you know, it's a bulky lot, right? Sounds ridiculous, but that's what I thought. I didn't know that bulk was a term for like the undesirable cards that you get when you open booster packs. All I remember is I think there's supposed to be Final Fantasy in here, Pokemon. I think this had Flesh and Blood in it. I honestly have no idea. No idea. I don't know if there's hollows. I don't know if there's reverse hollows. I don't know what the heck is in here. So we're gonna find out. Let me just make sure there's no... Okay, there's no identifiable information. Well, they marked it on top for me. So it actually says Final Fantasy. I don't know what that is. Oh, Pokemon. Flesh and Blood. I've never seen those cards in person. And D-Spirits, of all things. I bet you I bought this lot because it had some D-Spirits in Final Fantasy. And Pokemon. The only thing I wouldn't care about is Flesh and Blood. You guys can let me know if there's anything interesting in it. I guess we'll start with the Final Fantasy. I'm expecting this to all be non-hollow common stuff. See what set it's from though. So we've got Opus 1. Ooh, maybe they don't realize that they hopefully this is potential for Wave 1. We'll know soon. Looks like they had it categorized somewhat. It's not looking like Wave 1 from the looks of it, but we'll see. Just waiting for the first colon card to know for sure. No, not Wave 1. Go through these relatively fast, but hey, at least it's Opus 1. Not that I need any more Opus 1 bulk. Hello Seal, hello Mind Specific. Assuming they just opened up some random packs and threw these in there. So yeah, not expecting any hollows. The Pokemon cards are sleeved though. So maybe there are a bunch of reverse hollows, that would be nice. Yeah, when this was sold, they didn't show like any pictures. So there was no way of knowing what was about to be in here. And this has been sitting around now with me for 3 years before I opened it. Looks like they don't have any legendaries in here, understandable. At least they sorted it. through relatively quickly. It's gonna be a nightmare to sell bulk cards once I start selling those. I have so much bulk I gotta get rid of, it's crazy. So much MetaZoo bulk. I don't even know if that's worth selling. I don't know. Okay. So Final Fantasy bulk, nothing crazy. At least it's Opus 1. Some clouds. Tifos. No hero cards, seemingly, or legends. Alright, let me just move that to the side. Alright, let's see what we got for Pokemon. These are sleeves, so I would not mind if it's just reverse hollows from newer sets. Let's see what we got. Wait, first edition, is that Gym? I think that's the Gym symbol, I can't tell. I think it is. I mean, I guess that is kind of bulk, right? I'm gonna separate the ones that I like. But then again, I mean, they're not reverse hollows, and if I'm putting these in a binder, I'd put reverse hollows in a binder. I do like the Tangela. It's a nice Mareep. Is that a Yukomori? Yep. I don't know why these are sleeves. First time I've ever seen someone sleeve not even reverse hollow. There's one. Separate the reverses. It's a nice Jinx. What year are these? 2018. So it's probably a mix. The dark cards are so hard to tell if they're reverse. I like that Clefable. I'd probably hunt something like that down in reverse. I just love how cheap the reverse hollows are, and the art is really nice. It's a nice Caterpie. $2019 it looks like. Oh, I like that Clefairy. I've never seen that one. That is a nice art. Who did this art? I can't read that. That's way too small and dark. But I like that Clefairy. I will be on the lookout for a reverse of that. Nice Vulpix. It's a nice knockdown. Tomorrow is a spotlight hour for Hoot Hoot. So I'll probably be heading out to that, trying to catch some shinies. Or at least one shiny, hopefully. This flap won't stay up, blocking my light. Oh, I like that Paris. Finally got a Kanto Pokemon in reverse. I like that one. Are these? Did I just look through this stack? Maybe not. I could swear I put it off to the side. Yeah, okay, this is new. Kangaskhan, nice. I may have just bought that on eBay not long ago, actually. It looks very familiar. What year is this? 2019. Yeah, it's possible. Wow. Moltres getting a cameo in this card. Well, at least it's not all energy cards, right? Could have been a lot worse. Pokemon bulk can mean a lot of things. Not necessarily good things. Ooh. We got a Kamiya art, it looks like. I believe. Let me see. No, this is a Kondo. Similar artwork. I like that Bidoof. Is that a little Psyduck? Nah, it's a pair. I like this because it reminds me of like old school Pokemon art. I'm just so tired of the modern art. Oh, this is one of my favorite Hoothoot cards. Look at that. With the Zapdos in the background. Must be from the same set that the Dweeble was in with the Moltres. Nice Venonat. That's a Yukimori. I really don't like that Alolan Dug Trio. Slowpoke. It's a nice Squirtle. This is from a set that I've seen recently. What is this? I think that's from Cosmic Eclipse, maybe? Not sure. 2019 it looks like. Clefairy. Shame more of these are not in reverse. Because I really only put reverses in binders. Nice reverse Tangela. It's cool Magmar. Well, that Pokemon bulk could have been a lot worse. There's still more, but at least we're getting some reverse holos, and the cards are... I mean, hell, this package has been sitting around for 3 years now, so of course they're not going to be cards from, like, the last 3 years, really. So it's a lot of, like, 2018 kind of stuff, which I don't mind. Look at tongue. It's a nice Butterfree art. Fearow. I don't know, I feel like Fearow's got to be one of the least loved Pokemon out there, right? Like, you just never hear anybody say that they like Fearow. Has one of the least amount of cards for the Kanto Pokemon as well. In terms of, like, how many are out there. Different arts. A lot of doubles in here. Rowlet. It's a nice Magneton art. Oh, that's the art they use in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Caterpie. I like that Porygon. Alright, I think that's it for the Pokemon. Let's see how many reverse holos we got here. Reverse holos. Yeah, this lot was extremely cheap. I don't remember how much it was. Probably like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. So there's a giant section of Flesh and Blood here. I don't know anything about Flesh and Blood. This is my first time seeing these in person. First time feeling the cardstock. Which feels like a pretty good cardstock. I used to get asked a lot over the years if I ever planned on getting into it. The answer is no, and definitely no now, that is for sure. But yeah, this is just like a bunch of common bulk. I'm assuming like the same cards repeating. It almost looks like they opened a starter deck. Just threw the starter deck in here. The cards feel good in hand, I'll tell you that. Oh, there's holos in here. You'll have to let me know if there's anything good if you're familiar with it. Let me just move the Pokemon to the side real quick. Cinderskin Devotion. These had to have been from a starter deck, no? Because they're all fire, unless... But this person is really good about categorizing things. I like the dragon cards. I feel like if I ever collected it, I would just do the dragon stuff. I don't think we have any Flesh and Blood people watching, though, to let me know what the heck any of this may be from. Very smooth cards, though. I like the cardstock. They move easily in your hand. They're not overly slippery and not super thin. Yeah, this... I'm feeling like this was a starter deck just because there's so many doubles of the same cards. Unless they open packs and they just like were nice enough to categorize all the same cards together, which they did do with the FFTCG cards. I just want to separate the foils. Is Flesh and Blood still a thing, I wonder? I know it was very hyped up a couple of years ago. Never really hear much about it anymore. Oh, here's one. Maybe some of these hollows slipped through the cracks. Maybe they didn't realize. I like the foil effect. It's like a light spot foil. There, this is the last stack. And that font is really small. To go blind trying to read this game. I like the art though. It's got some nice art. Some of these cards remind me of like something that they might put in the sorcery. Dampen. You think people are still hyped about it? Yeah, I guess I just don't watch any channels that talk about it. It's a cool one. I really like the dragon cards in this block clot here. The foils are nice. I wonder if any of these are worth more than like $1 at this point. More foils than I was expecting. Any desire to open Yu-Gi-Oh? I never really was... I didn't grow up with Yu-Gi-Oh! I never watched the show, really. I bought, like, a starter deck and some packs back in the day. Sold whatever I had about 20 years ago on eBay. So yeah. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is something that you only collect if you were into it in your childhood. To get into that now, just, like, out of nowhere, I'm not interested in it. Because I would never play it, so I have no attachment to it. I'd be more inclined to do like vintage Digimon before I did Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm not even that into Digimon. Alright, so here's the reverse foils we got. Not bad, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like that one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I really like the way these look. Like the spot foiling on that. Reminds me almost of what they did with the Decipher hollows for like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Alright, the last section we have here, it's probably one of the bigger sections in here, is D-Spirits. I'm just going to assume there's no hollows in here. So we're just going to go real quick. Because D-Spirits bulk is just like, I already have a lot of it. And unfortunately, I think D-Spirits bulk is worth almost nothing, sadly. Even the Kickstarter stuff. So I'm just gonna go through that quick, just in case they missed something. Yeah, I haven't watched Alpha Investments channel in quite a bit. I just watched his channel out of morbid curiosity into like what people are like investing into. Actually, I watched him a lot more so when MetaZoo, the old MetaZoo, was still alive, because I was always curious on his take since he was so deep into it, which did not pay off, obviously. But ever since MetaZoo shut down, I pretty much stopped watching his channel for the most part. I don't care about Magic, I don't care about Flesh and Blood, so it was sort of like I just watched him from MetaZoo. Sometimes for a take on Pokemon. Okay. Well, that was a fun box. At least we got some hollows and stuff out of it. Let's put that to the side. It was very cheap. I don't remember what it was, but it was cheap. Alright, so I have two other boxes here. This one, I'm pretty sure I remember what's supposed to be in here. I'm pretty sure this is a box of Final Fantasy TCG cards. It's a little big to fit in the frame, but I'm just going to like show you the shipment date so you believe me. Wow, this one is 3.5 years old. Over. Right there. February 2022. If you think that's crazy, I mean, I'm known for doing this with video game stuff over the years too, so it's not too crazy. Just think of it like you're aging a bottle of wine or something. All right, so I'm gonna have to open this. Let me move this. Move my keyboard. So I think this was a Final Fantasy TCG lot. I believe. I hope it is. Otherwise, I don't know where that package went. And I think they showed a very obscured photo where you couldn't really tell what was in it. So we're gonna hope that the person sold something kind of cool. I think some things might have been in a binder. Maybe they just took the binder pages and threw it in here. I have no idea. We're gonna find out together. I always wanted to do a video on this, but I'm just like, you know what? Let's just do it in a stream. It's been sitting around long enough. Alright, let me open this. I gotta put it in my lap. It's make it easier. I gotta really rip this open. Oh yeah, there are binders in here. I remember when I first got this in the mail, I was like, that does not sound good. And sure enough, the cards are literally just thrown in here with no protection. Like loose cards. So look, prepare yourselves. I'm sure this is going to be an interesting one. All right, let me just Okay, we got a little pink binder. Seller's name was Ruby on the return address, so just checking out. We got a purple deck box. Interesting. Please, Ruby, have no idea. Have some Opus 1 Wave 1 foils in here, please. And look at this. The cards are literally just laying in here. Oh my god. Please, Ruby. She went through the trouble of having a bunch of deck box protection and binders, but then she just throws the cards in here. It's like she literally just took a deck and threw it in here. At least these ones are in sleeves. That one got dented. Watch that be a foil cloud, I swear. Still just reaching in. It's more fun that way, selfless. You should watch my video on YouTube where I opened 50 mystery boxes that I had sitting around for... I think the oldest one was 8 or 9 years. I actually forgot what was inside. So that was fun. You should try it. It's a fun meta for opening packages. Keep it around long enough so you forget what's in it, so then when you open it, it feels like it's a mystery every time. What am I going to do with all the duplicates? I'll probably try and sell them on my eBay when I open that back up. If not, I'll just throw them in the trash. I don't got the room or the time or the space for worthless bulk anymore. Okay, we got a playmat. Playmat is this. I guess I'll open it up and find out. Get this box off of here, though. I love how Ruby went through the trouble of having a bunch of deck boxes, but still loose cards in here. Interesting. I think that's everything. Yep. Alright, moment of truth. I've been waiting 3.5 years to find out what was in here. I guess we'll do the loose cards last. Let's move these to this side. Let's do the pink binder. Nah, we should save the binder last, right? Wouldn't the binder, or unless this is an empty binder. You know what? This thing might actually just be empty. Let's see. Empty. Well, we got some nice used card storage in a nice pink binder. I guess I'll put like pink Pokemon bulk in there or something. I don't know. Alright, let's see what we got for the playmat. Okay, that's a nice playmat. Sephiroth and Cloud. Let's put it down while we do this. Matches the sleeves. All right. What do you guys want me to do first? The leather deck box, one of the cheaper Ultra Pro deck boxes, or the loose cardstock that was just thrown in the box? Leave it up to you. Because whatever we look at first, it's going to be very telling for what else is in the lot. Let's kind of separate these by those sleeves, completely loose. So random broken rubber bands. Here. Beat up playmat. Just a broken Ultra Pro. The cheap box, then no sleeve loose ones. Alright, let's find out what Ruby weapon here decided was not sleeve worthy. This one has one sleeve. Alright, please be Opus 1, Wave 1. Oh boy. Let me just fix this cable. Okay, so it is Opus 1. Opus 3. Looks like some of this may have been starter deck, I'm not sure. Okay, so Ruby got in Final Fantasy TCG when it was very early on, which is good. What's that? Okay, not Wave 1. Alright, good. So the card she just threw in the box without sleeves. Nothing crazy, which is probably a good thing. Alright, this one is sleeved, but it's got a big crease. That's fine. Okay, that's good. I'd rather get a common than actually like have a dented foil. Alright. Yeah, I don't remember what I paid for this lot, but it was really cheap as well. Because like I said, they didn't show a picture, so. Honestly, the price I paid was probably worth it for the brand new playmat alone. Just for the playmat. Alright. Ooh, okay. We got some Opus 1 Legends. It's a good start. Ooh, I see a foil. Not Wave 1. Opus, what is that? 3? Opus 1 Orin? Nice. It's actually not bad. Make a stack of the foils. I'll do an Opus 1 stack and a non-Opus 1 stack. I may actually need that Orin for my triple foil master set of Opus 1. Don't remember. I love how there's just a random Orin foil and everything else is non-foil. Odd. But I like it. It's exciting that way. I don't know what to expect. Opus 1 Squire. Just seeing if I can check the foil. Yeah, that's Wave 2. Opus 1 Ninja. I think that's Wave 2. I used to be really good at telling the foil patterns in the background. I have to look at it under natural light. If I look at it under like fluorescent and stuff, I can't always tell. Yeah, this is Wave 2. Okay, so 1 Opus 3 foil. 1, 2, 3 random Opus 1 foils, the Oran being the highlight. And that was it for the loose cards. Alright, let's do the red one first, since the tab on that one broke off. Okay. Not sure how you're supposed to open this. It's like opening in an odd way. Like this. It's the one where it was broken, so I don't know. Something's getting stuck in here. Oh, I see. Okay. It's like a double deck box. Honestly, I kind of need some card storage anyway, so thank you, Ruby. Thank you for the free card storage. Ooh. A brick of non-sleeved foils. Now we're talking. Okay, not all of them are foils, though. That's good. I was hoping it would be more than just bulk. Vanilla. Dorgan. Opus 3. Ooh. This used to be one of the more valuable cards in Opus 3. Not so much anymore, but that's a Legend Foil Garnet. Unfortunately, Opus 2 and 3 cards have dipped in value big time over the years. Opus 1 Starter McKee. I actually might need that. It might have been one of the ones I needed. Diablos Opus 3 Rare Foil. Ferris 3 Hero Foil. God, imagine if she has the foil cloud in here. You never know. Nothing. Okay. Got some sleeved ones here. Opus 3. Some of these you can tell are like a little rough in the condition. Probably was a player. Rhea, common foil. Looks like they just noped out after Opus 3. Never bothered with Opus 4. But to be fair, that's also, like, after Opus 4, I went really heavy on the Opus 4, and then I took an extended break from it. Okay, now. Opus 1 foils. Wave 2 Kamari. Or, sorry, Opus 1 foil. Opus 1 being the first set, so think of it like base set Pokemon. It's the main set that I collect. Oh, wait, there are some Opus 4 foils in here. Perhaps the Tifa will be in here. Odin. Okay. That's it for that section in the red cube here. Okay. Opus 1 Waka, very nice. Nora, Opus 1. Starter foil. Oh, yes, nice. That's one of the most valuable cards in Opus 1 right there. Box Art Lightning. Rare foil. Very, very nice. Good sleep for that. That's one of the best foils you can pull in Opus 1. I didn't even open that in my booster box that I opened it in the last stream. How's the condition? Looks good. Alright, I'm happy with that. That makes this whole lot more worth it. If she has that in there, there could be other surprises. We still got 2 whole deck boxes to go through. Legend Vincent. Promo Sephiroth. Oh man. A non-sleeve foil Sephiroth? Are you serious? The heck? Ruby is crazy. Living on the edge. Okay. Once upon a time, this was like a $100 card. It's no longer 100, but it's still one of the most desirable from Opus 1. The heck? Condition. Looks good. I'm not seeing scratches. Very nice. This is pretty much second or third most desirable card in Opus 1 at this point. I'd say Box Art Foil Lightning that was here earlier, or this one would be After Cloud. And there's still potential for a foil cloud. How crazy would that be if all these years I've had a foil cloud sitting in this freaking box? Remember to leave a like on the stream, by the way. It helps more people know that I'm streaming right now. Appreciate it. Would have been so cool if it was a Wave 1 card. Unfortunately, Ruby seems to have gotten into collecting FFTCG after the fact. But that's okay. We'll take it. Not getting greedy. Now I just don't know what to expect. I mean, a non-sleeve Sephiroth Legend foil just sitting in the middle of this stack. She really could just have a cloud sitting in here, unsleeved. I don't play or collect Magic the Gathering now. I have some like ancient Magic the Gathering cards from a brief period where I like played a little bit when I was younger. I entered one tournament at a local card store, and I placed like second place I believe, and then I never played again. All right, we're gonna do the other cheaper deck box. I'm just really not interested in modern Magic the Gathering. It's just too much collab stuff for my taste. I'm gonna put the biggest hits together, so those two so far. Oh, I still had cards here. Hold on. Forgot I had these sitting here. I almost just threw these over into my stack of bulk. Gotta go careful here, because there might be something good. She might have a Shantoto foil in here, too. A little smudge here. Oops. Found a few more foils in there. Yeah, so this lot of cards is very similar to how I lucked out recently with that lot of vintage Pokemon cards. Literally just like saw a terrible screenshot that didn't really show you what you got inside, and I just took a chance on it 3.5 years ago. Alright, if we're gonna get a foil Zidane, I'll be right around here. No. Uh-oh. We're hitting a dry spell of foils. I just don't understand why some of these are sleeved and some aren't. Like, why is the samurai sleeved? I don't know. I'm not sure. We don't know Ruby's train of thought. Sleeving a non-foil samurai, but not sleeving a foil legendary Sephiroth. I'm not sure. Not really sure. Scratches on that one. Sleeved lightning. Just making sure she's not like double sleeving. Putting 2 cards in one sleeve. Ninja. You know what? I think these cards might be sleeved to denote a change in type. Thinking that's what it may be. Alright, we're striking out on the black deck box. But we still got that leather bound one. Kuja, that is a legend foil. Sadly though, like Opus 3 legend foils, I'd be surprised if that's worth more than like $2 at this point. Would have been pretty exciting back when the set came out though. X-Death. It's another legend foil. A little dust on there. Come on. 2 legend foils. Definitely looks like, ooh, another Orin foil, not sleeved. Come on, I'll take a few lightning foils. Take a few of those. I think I went through that stack, right? Yeah. Alright, last section of the black deck box. Got a Yuffie coming up. It's a nice one. One of my favorites from Opus 1. Love those classic FF7CG art cards. Alright. Just gonna throw these back in here. Alright, we got the last box. The big one. The leather-bound purple one. Now, hopefully this Ruby person put their best cards in here. Magnetic. It's actually a nice deck box. Hopefully it's not just filled with common junk from like a deck. We'll start with the non-sleeve cards in the back. This will probably be very telling. Okay, more of the same. Maybe they just took whatever they had and just threw it in whatever protective stuff they had. No thought or reason behind it. Alright, well that's not a good start. Alright, it's going to come down to this final small stack of sleeved cards. No hidden foil clouds or Sephiroths in that one that time. Alright, here we go. It's always so hard to tell when this is a foil. It does not appear to be foil. Not looking good. What do you know? The best looking deck box had the worst cards. Not a single foil in that one. Okay. But definitely made out. I got a foil Sephiroth and a foil Lightning, which are two of the top cards that you want from all of Opus 1. The only other ones that would be close are foil Legend Cloud, common foil Cloud, and like common foil Tifo or something. So these are really two good ones to pull out of there. Got a good stack of like, I already put some of them off to the side, but a nice selection of random foils, including a lot from Opus 1. As you can see. Throw that to the side. So yeah, I'm happy with this. I know I didn't pay a lot for this, so that was good. And I got a really nice new playmat out of it and some nice deck box here. So that's pretty good. Put this to the side. I'm just gonna put these foil ones back in this nice deck box. How do these even... Oh, they go in there sideways? I don't know how I feel about that. Go like that? I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. Alright. the next package, if it's what I think it is, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go through the whole thing. I'm gonna be honest. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. It'll depend on like what I'm opening, and like if it's worth it or not. So this is either gonna bore the hell out of you, or you're gonna be super fascinated by it. Because it's something where, hold on, this is literally a 15-pound box. I gotta grab this and try not to hurt myself here. Twist myself the wrong way. Alright, so I'm just gonna show you. Oh, did I take it off? Yeah, I did. You'll just have to trust me. But this is a 15-pound box from Canada. You could actually see the sticker they used here. It's not 50 pounds, that would be crazy. I feel like I'm going to regret opening this up because of the mess it's going to make with how many cards are in here. I definitely don't have the storage for all this stuff. Just slice and open the top. So I bought this one. Look at the date. Where is the date? Oh, August 2023. This one's about 2 years old. This was another one where the person that sold it seemed like they didn't know what they were really selling, and they just took one general photo. And I took a chance on it. Because it was a ton of stuff and they didn't show everything. Now this one I was a bit more excited for it back when I bought it, I will admit. Now I'm just kind of like whatever on it. So this is, like I said, you're either going to be into this or not. It is an entire 15-pound box of Star Wars Young Jedi cards. Of which I do not own many, so we're gonna find out together. Oh wow, they actually put... There were actually sealed packs in this? Wow. Well, that's pretty nice. Unlimited packs? Well, that alone is worth it, because this was not pricey. Put these off to the side. Yeah, these packs now are like $10, $15 each. $10 each for the unlimited. Bunch of starter deck things. I don't know if these actually are just like straight up starter decks or if they got other things in them, but there's a ton of them in here. We have taped closed 400 count boxes. Here, I'm just gonna put this up to the side. Alright, let's start by opening one of these 400 counts. The organization scares me a little bit. As though they like know what they had. You never know. So there are foils in these sets. I'm not a master expert on Young Jedi. Wait, this is Star Wars CCG stuff? Okay, so there was... That's right. That's right. There was Star Wars CCG and Young Jedi. Okay. So it looks like these are... pretty nice shape. Okay, this one's definitely used. You can tell by the corner here. You can see the reflection. So I'm going to go through these fairly fast. I'm not an expert on picking out rarities and like, oh, that's a rare. Because unfortunately with these cards, they don't have rarity symbols, but I'll be able to look through it and like, oh, that's a weird gloss on that card. I'll be able to know like, oh, that's a main character rare. Man, one of the glosses on here was so odd. Almost like it was fake. But they don't make fake cards of these. I'll probably like hold off on separating cool alien cards unless it's one that I really like. Yeah, there's so many rare Star Wars CCG cards that make no sense as a rare. It always bugged me that the rares are not marked on these cards though, like the rarities are just not on them. So if you're new to collecting it, it makes it really hard. Ooh, Crate Dragon. I believe that's a rare. I like that one. I like this guy. These are the kind of cards I like in Star Wars CCG, by the way. The weird aliens. My favorites. Wow, it's odd feeling the different card stock on these. Some of these are really like gritty matte, and then other ones are like smooth glossy. I've never felt that difference before. Ooh, nice, pretty beat up. Okay, so yeah, these are definitely not like pulled pack fresh for sure. These are certainly played. A lot of scratches. Definitely looks like they've been picked through from main characters. One would have shown up by now for sure. But you never know, keep looking. Ooh, yeah, you can see a little rough on the back for some of these. I've had a small stack of these Star Wars CCG cards to send off for grading now for so long. Actually, out of my giant pile of these, I only deemed like 12 or 15 of them worthy for grading. It's actually very hard to find ones that look like they're potential Gem and 10. Even if they're pack fresh, there's usually something wrong with the centering or corners, or there's just something wrong with them all the time. Yeah, now we're back to like the nice smooth cards that just sort so much easier in my hands. Oh, I think they got some special edition cards in here though. These are much nicer shape, these glossy ones. Much nicer. I did not plan this, by the way. What are the chances that the two stacks I separate have the same card on top? Yeah, maybe it did get glossier for special edition. Ah, one of my favorite characters. These unlimited cards are a lot easier to grade. I've actually never opened up unlimited packs. I just don't really like the white borders on most of the cards. If it's a card that has like a white interior, or the blue, I think the blues look good, like the Hoth cards look nice. Hanukkah Sisters. It's a giant meme in the Star Wars CCG grading community where they they're really like, there's people that are trying to get a PSA 2 because it's 2. Everything is 2, including the eyes. They double up the eyes up here. It's the only card they do that for. There's a lot of fun little Easter eggs like that in Star Wars CCG cards. Seeker? Yeah, the Seeker, I know. Of course. It's like the least desirable rare. Yeah, these are gritty in the hands for sure. It's just not a good card finish. Well, we're definitely dealing with a collector here that knows what they had. That is for sure. I have no doubt about that. Because we certainly would have found main characters at this point. But we might be surprised. You never know. Halfway through this box. Oh, hold on. We got some young Jedi here. Put that off to the side. But maybe back in the day, if this is an older collection, maybe they were smart enough to keep the cool main characters off to the side. Maybe we just haven't hit the box yet. Maybe I just find a stack of, like, Darth Vaders. I mean, you can argue Aunt Beru is a main, right? I don't know what her rarity is, though. But you know what? We're going to put her off to the side there. Ooh. Muftak. One of my favorite Cantina creatures. So I think that looks cool with the white border. Oh, they're nice vehicle cards. Ooh, a Y-Wing. Put that there. Not sure if that's a rare. Bear is an uncommon. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling she wasn't a rare. What about the Y-Wing? Is that a rare? I swear that might have been a rare. Uh-oh. The other ones are young Jedi. Alright. I'm sure this is not going to be a super exciting stack to go through if there's no foils. So this one, we can see the rarity. They're indicated here. So, like, once again, I was way more up on these things back when I bought these. So that's a rare. The star is a rare. Super rare will have more points to it. I wish I knew all the super rares offhand, but they typically tend to be main characters. Now these feel nice. These feel like they were just like opened from a pack. A lot more slippery. Obi-Wan. I do like the foils in these Young Jedi sets. I've only opened a few packs of Young Jedi, not too many. They used to be way cheaper. Price is going up these days. Jar Jar. Seems like the supers are picked through. At least they included the rares, though. What I always liked about these is the art is like just so nice and big and large. These are actually really nice cards to have like an actor sign. If you're gonna have them sign a card. Especially when you get like the super rares, right? Because it's just a really nice giant portrait of the character. And Young Jedi was all Phantom Menace. So, of course, people are not super into that. I'm gonna put all these back in that box so I don't have to worry about these laying all over the place. Maybe from a starter deck, either that or they were fine enough to sort them. Okay, nothing. Yeah, I've become more of a fan of episode 1 over the years, so I actually don't mind it at all. How many likes are we up to? 20 likes. It's like, I don't know if I want to open those packs on a stream, on this stream, or do it in a video. How many packs are there? 3, 4, 5 packs. So there's some cool stuff you can get from here. You can get Vader's. I mean, Vader's the #1 pull. Greedo. I wouldn't mind pulling a pack fresh Greedo. Fell off Star CCG when they released Tatooine. I really like the Tatooine set, but I can understand why you would get out of it then because of the episode 1 stuff. There's some really good ones in Tatooine. Alright, I'm gonna sleeve this Y-Wing just because I feel like that was probably one of the better cards in that whole stack. There are vehicle collectors out there. Alright. Let's go through one of these boxes here and just see, is it just a starter deck in here or what? Oh yeah, they used to do the points. Get enough points, get some free stuff, I guess you send away for. I'm gonna assume it literally is just a starter deck in here, but you never know. Yeah. This too, let me see. Looks like it, yeah. I was just making sure they weren't storing like good stuff in there. Alright. What else we got? Like a bajillion more of these. Premier starter? Oh, it's still sealed. I don't know if there was anything random about these though. I know the Japanese ones, you would actually get random rares. I don't know if, I don't think they did that in English. I'm pretty sure it's just set and determined, but if anybody can clarify that. Like, if there's a chance that I can open this and get a Darth Vader, I would do it. But I'm not sure that's how the English ones work. Otherwise, they'd probably be a lot more expensive. Oh my god. Why are there so many starter decks? Why are there multiple ones open? What the heck? Was there like a chase you can open in here for like a potential hollow or something? Interesting. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 5 unopened starter decks in there. All right, we've got that, whatever this is. Guess I'll find out. Maybe that's where the main characters are. I'm gonna save this. Should I save this for last? This is literally a sealed box for some reason with loose cards in there. I'm gonna save this for last. I don't know why this is sealed. Is it? No, wait, it's not sealed. Or is it? It's scotch taped closed. We're saving that one for last. I don't know. I just feel like if there's gonna be something good, it's gonna be in this box. But we've still got this. Oh my god. You can't avoid them. 2 more sealed starter decks for Young Jedi. They're everywhere. Looks like more Young Jedi cards. Once again, we are looking here for a, I think it's like a 6. 1, 2, 3. No, not a 6, like an 8 pointed star. Forget how many points are on it. But we'll know when we see it. It's usually a main character. And I think they're usually foil. But not always. Like I said, I used to be more familiar with Young Jedi when I bought these. Definitely used bulk. Yeah, I took a big gamble on this lot, I'll tell you that much, because you couldn't see a darn thing. All I can see was just like the boxes of it having Wars CCG and Young Jedi. And I was like, alright, this has either been picked through or there could be a gold mine here. It's cheap enough to take a chance on it. I don't usually buy a lot like this unless it's cheap. It's gonna be a nightmare to get rid of this bulk. Oh my goodness. Guess if I wanted to make a binder and not use pack fresh stuff, it would be nice. But I'm not keeping all the doubles. Bunch of rare Watto, Darth Sidious. That's how I should sell my bulk. Pretend like I don't know what I have, like all these people. Oh, I have no idea what's in these boxes. No, I would show pictures. You want to give people an idea of what they're getting. But then again, it really isn't easy to take pictures when you're selling this much bulk. It's kind of hard to encapsulate it all in one photo. Or multiple photos. It's a lot of work to take pictures of all these cards. So I understand why sellers literally just take a single picture and list it. They weren't a 100% set list. It's split 30-30, light side, dark side, 1 rare each, either a rare 1 or a rare 2. Oh, really? So that starter deck I have there, you tell me has a chance. I should really check what those starter decks are worth though before I open that, because I don't know if it's going to be worth it to open that. So you get 2 rares. And then are they commons and uncommons inside as well, or is it just like all commons? Because I know in the Japanese starter decks they did something very similar. Tiny chance, yep. 14 uncommons, 44 commons. I'll have to check and see what a sealed starter deck goes for. Because if that thing is... I doubt it would be much, but... If it's like the cost of 2 booster packs, then I would open it. But I'm not sure I've ever really looked at a sealed starter deck price. Now this young Jedi bulk is rough. Hopefully the foils are in that box. I just have a feeling they might be. Right? Because what happened to them? Where are they? I can't imagine somebody getting rid of all this stuff and not, like, completely just sending everything, you know? Because this looks like... This wasn't a collector that opened pack fresh cards and then just wanted to get rid of the bulk. This was someone that definitely, like, played the game back in the day. What about these? I wonder. I wonder if there's a chance. These are probably predetermined. If there was a chance to open a super rare foil in the starter decks, I would open them. Alright. Oh my god, this one is huge. No. So we still have... This is why I didn't open this box for 2 years. Because I knew... Like, I knew how much work would go into looking through all this, and the time just never seemed right. But now that I'm like, you know what? I got 3 of these freaking boxes I gotta open. Let's just do it tonight. Got a little too late for me to stream games tonight, so I'm like, you know what? Let's just do something on the TCG channel. It's $25 for a starter. Yeah, it's about the price of 2 booster packs. But I'm just trying to decide if I want to open it in the video or the stream. I mean, I literally could just turn off the music and then hit record and upload a video of it anyway. So maybe we'll do that. Like, do it in the stream, but record a local video at the same time. Alright. More Young Jedi, okay. Let's hoping to start a CCG. Go through this real quick. At least these ones here seem nice condition. I'll have to look up what rares, like these non-foil rares, are going for. Even if they're $1 a piece, I mean, that's not terrible. There's a lot of rares in these boxes. I'd have to imagine they sell for at least $1, right? Maybe? I don't know. Right, like Anakin Skywalker. Quarter, 50 cents, $1, $2. These are nice condition. Obi-Wan. So the foils, by the way, in these earlier sets are very, very rare. I opened up one of those, like, booster bundle boxes for this, where it was like, I don't know, 12 packs, 13 packs. I got a single foil out of those packs. The odds were something crazy, like 1 in 8 packs or something. So yeah, the foils are actually really hard to pull from packs in Young Jedi. Getting plenty of, like, main character rares, though. I should probably be sorting them to the side, but for the sake of time here. I'm curious. Let me see. Where do I have my... I don't have my iPad nearby. Or my phone, of course. Alright, let me just check this. I'm curious. I'm gonna see if I can find out on eBay right now. See what people might have these going for. Young Jedi rare Check sold listings. So there's a lot of Anakins. So one of the 3 POs I passed by was $1. Let me try a rare Obi-Wan. Wow, the rare, like the super rares are actually getting pretty pricey in this set. Rare. Is that the Obi-Wan I passed by? I think it was. $1? $1.75. Shipped. Yeah, so I mean they're like $1 to $3, it seems like. Which is fine because there's actually a lot of normal rares in these booklets. Maybe when I bought this they were worth a lot less because Young Jedi has been creeping up there over time. Yeah, but just on a quick search it looks like they're a couple bucks. It's hard to find results though from what I'm searching here. Actually, let me try one more. Let me just look up Yoda. Yoda's probably a good benchmark. No matches. Jedi rare, Yoda. Super rare. Okay, so the one that I just passed by, someone's trying to sell it for $5. Let me see, where was he? He was in here somewhere. Make sure it's the right one. Doesn't mean it's worth $5. What the heck? Could have swore I saw Yoda in one of these stacks. Oh, whatever. Pretty sure that was the same one. Yeah, someone wants $5 plus $1 shipping. So they're not worthless. And these ones here are actually in really nice shape. A lot of these ones I got. Foil, they want $40. Yeah, the foils are actually going up a lot on Young Jedi. I forget what I pulled out. Is this what I looked through? Maybe I didn't look through here yet. Was the Yoda in here? I don't know where I saw him. I probably should have been pulling out the main rares the whole time, honestly. Too late now. I've already committed to the laziness. I like that one. I just love the weird aliens. They get like 2 seconds of screen time. Or no seconds. I'm thinking the cards in that box are the foils. I really am. Because for them to just leave the rares in here, right? Like Darth Sidious just chilling here. It's as though they opened up a bunch of packs and just kept stacking these on top of one another. And then like maybe put the foils off to the side in that box. Because this seems like a pack layout every time. Like the rare is always kind of like 10 cards in or whatever it is. Hello, BBS. No Darth Maul yet. Ooh, he's a rare. It's another rare, I like him. I just love these weird aliens. I would have loved this set if they were just like more foil cards. The foils are just too hard to get. Way too hard to open a pack and get one. Oh, I love that guy too. Man, the Young Jedi cards got some fun aliens. It's a nice Yoda. So this might have been the one they were asking $5 for. These ones here seem packed fresh. So that's nice. Really? Another Yoda. Yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is looking through them and seeing if there's any ones that are potential for being graded, and then keep one of each of the non-gradable for like a binder, and then sell off the excess. Sure, you can get a decent little price for like a full set of the non-holo rares. Platoon, not a rare. Yoda rare. Ooh, nice Viridian. Wait a minute, there's a bend here. You could see the bend up here. There could be... It's either a bent card or a hidden foil that they forgot. Hold on, let me move these stacks. They're getting in my way. You guys remember Seek, right? Everybody's favorite character. Wald's nice. Played by Warwick Davis, by the way. Wicket, for those that remember Wicket. Rare Jar Jar. I guess whatever that foil was just a bent card. Halfway through. Actually, here, this was one of the bent ones, I believe. So yeah, it's just kind of curved. The heck is that? I don't remember that in the movie. That looks CG generated. I do not remember him in the movie. It says he's a pod race pilot, but I don't think they ever showed him. Oh my god, look at this guy. Oppo Rensisis? I remember watching a lore video on him, explaining his background. Oh, there's Yaddle. Oh, we got a Mace Windu. That's the first one of the bulk lot. I don't know why these keep flipping. Rule card. Wait, Bounty Eve Padres? That's a pretty uncommon set. There's only 60 cards in the set. Well, that's for the dark side. That'd be cool if we get some Bounty Eve cards in here. I think that was the last set they released, actually. But I'm not seeing, like, you could see the set symbol down here. I'm not seeing, I believe it would be young Anakin for Bounty Eve Padres cards. Are these them? Oh, this might be them. It's got Sebulba down there. Alright. It's a fairly uncommon set, so getting some bulk from this is actually not terrible. Because I would not really want to have to buy packs from that. Also because the set size is really small. So even if you buy a booster box, you're going to get so many doubles. Freelance pilot. Yeah, they definitely just invented that character. I love these character portraits they do for Young Jedi. Really high quality portraits, essentially, of these weird random characters. I remember watching a lore video on this one too, this Jedi. He's actually like super powerful. Oh, we got Jabba. Few rares back to back there. Feels like there's like some order to this chaos. Yeah, he sacrificed himself to stop a bomb or something, yeah. Oh, we got a Darth Maul. Finally, out of all those cards. He's probably worth $2, but I'll freaking take him. Just a regular rare. But still, I'm surprised it took that long to find them all. Looks like it would make a good Twitch emote. Wookieegasm. Yeah, they did not open a lot of Bounty Eve cards. Very small selection. Let me get a sleeve for the Darth Maul just so I don't lose him in the shuffle. Condition. Looks nice. Looks packed fresh, kinda. You see, and he was flipped the other way too. I'm glad I flipped him over because I almost skipped it. God, my thumb starts to hurt flipping through all these cards. Forget, did I look through this? I think I did. I think? I don't remember. Pretty sure I might have. Then again, that seems pretty quick. Maybe I did just set that down. Oh my goodness. Well, at least we found some good main characters. There's another Mace Windu. Let's double check. Because this is the last of the Young Jedi, I believe. Nope, I lied. There's still another box in there. But I don't know if it's Young Jedi. Here, let's put this back in. Tempted to look up what that Darth Maul goes for. Darth Maul, Master of Evil. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna say $2 to $3. Oh, okay. Someone's asking $4.80 plus 75 cents shipping, 14 sold. If you were to get a foil of him, he's worth $50. That's about all I can find. Doesn't look like they sell like individually, often just that one seller that sold a bunch of them. Okay. So I got one more box here to look through, and then we're going to do this little brown box that I think has the big hits in it. That's what I'm thinking. Wait. There's an opened Premier deck. Oh, no, wait, that one was sealed. Is that the one that I saw before? Might have been. Too bad it's not a bunch of Star Wars CCG sealed decks. Instead of Young Jedi. Alright, so this is the box that I opened. I opened this in a video. Or on stream? I think it was on stream. And it's a decent little deck box actually that comes with like 12 packs. Let's see what they got in here. Okay. 2 more of those. These are definitely played compared to the others. Darth Maul set. Not sure what set the Amidala cards are from. Like in the bottom corner. Reminds me of the time when I bought a little case of these on eBay. And you couldn't see what cards are in there. And every single card was a Battle Droid card. Every single one was like one of these. Just variants of them. That was my first experience with Young Jedi. I took a chance because the seller said they came from an estate sale. So I was just hoping that they wouldn't realize what might have been in them. But it wasn't anything special. Alright, so the last stack. Oh, a foil. Oh no, there's a card stuck in this box. Hold on. That better not be another foil. It's not. Wow, we finally got a foil. The craziest thing is, I believe the one foil that I got from my packs may have been this card as well. They finally forgot a foil. And it's not the most exciting one. But yeah, they're hard to pull. I kind of miss the days when opening up older card packs, it was hard to pull a foil card. I think Pokemon's 1 in 3 odds was probably the best pull odds. It was never in your favor, but the chances of getting one were still likely. I'm not the biggest fan now of all these TCGs having like 3-4 foils per pack. I mean, that's ridiculous. Alright. We went through thousands of cards to find that. But now the moment of truth. Hold on, I should probably check this. You never know. You never know. They could just like load this thing with foils. I would have no idea. Just a real quick scan. Right? Little Billy could have took all the foils and put them in a deck box. You never know. Nothing. I'm just going to keep the foil to the side. Alright. Has all come down to this. The mystery of the brown box that is Scotch tape sealed. High security for this box. There we go. Maybe packs. Ooh, they are sleeved cards. Here we go. I knew it. I had a good feeling about this. Sleeved. Some are top loaded. Unfortunately, it seems like this seller like knew, unless this was their old selves telling themselves to sleeve it, but these look like new sleeves. Alright, so let's organize. They kept all the good stuff from me. I would have much preferred this stuff to have been in the bulk, so it was more fun to find, but it is what it is. Okay. Put those down. Put that like this. Okay. So I'm assuming these are all rares. We're gonna find out. It could just be card sleeved for the hell of it. Oh, this one. This could be a brick of foils in there. Look at that. There's multiple cards in there. Alright. Take a sip of water. Let's see the mains. No idea why these are sleeved. We'll find out. I'm not familiar enough with all the rares in these sets to know if these are rares. Dewback Special Edition. Tauntaun Skull. I've never seen that one before. That's cool. I would try grading that if I can get a PSA 10 worthy one. It's way too heavy on centering on the right. What set is that? That's got to be Cloud City, maybe? I don't know what set that's from. I like that. Okay, pretty lackluster. So far, waiting to see the mains. If these are rares, they're pretty boring rares. Soth Pedican? See, now I like that guy. Weird alien with a sack on his head. What even is that? Hold on. Yeah, he's wearing a sack on his head. Or no, that's his face? It's a weird one. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Good old Nal Hutta Operative. Literally just a shadow. Draw their fire. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a rare, I believe. Red 8. Sorry, red 9. Heavy on the right. Centering's not the best on that. I consider that a main, personally. First strike. Sandcrawler. These are mostly special edition. This might be the Light Side Dark Side special edition starter deck. Yeah, I have no idea. No idea. I'm not sure why these are sleeved. And in a separate box, I'm going to be honest. I'm really not too familiar with special edition. Is that it for CCG? Oh no, there's still more down there. Alright, there's just some random young Jedi. Let's separate these. Oh, I saw Darth Maul's name. Okay, do those after. Very curious about the sleeved Young Jedi cards, though. I'm hoping those are the foils, please. Oops. Do this. Good old Trooper Ultras McTalk. I'm sure y'all know and remember him, right? Looks like he's out of Star Trek. Ooh. It's a creepy looking one. Looks like a swing and a miss on the Star Wars CCG side of things. Red 9 is nice, though. If some of these are rares, which I'm sure some of them are, that's a good one. Take my Cantina creatures. But like I said, you have to be very knowledgeable. There's no rarity symbols on these. Ooh. Red 10. Also, like, kinda off-center. Condition seems pack fresh, though. Another dewback. A Womp Rat. One of the few cards that breaks the border. Not many did that. Alright. Star Wars CCG. Not the best. But now we've got sleeved Young Jedi cards and a whole bunch in a case. Let's find out why these are sleeved. I'm really hoping it's because they're foil. Or super rare. Okay, I'm not sure why he would be sleeved. That's not a good start. Alright. Also another weird one. Lotto rare. Uh-huh. Well, there better be something good in that case over there. Because these, I have no clue why they are sleeved. No clue. Very weird choice. Alright. All the foil super rares are about to be right in here. It's in a special, super tight top loader that's going to make these really hard to get out. It's like the thickest top loader I've ever seen. Alright, we're just going to flip it. Oh, yes. Thank you. I knew the intuition was right. Alright. The foils can be worth big money in some of the sets, like some of the mains. We're talking like $40, $50 each. Of course, the ones that are stuffed into a top loader and not sleeved are the foils. Alright, Jabba the Hutt. R2-D2. It's probably just like the... What set is that? I'm not sure what set that is. Queen Amidala. It's nice foils. It's another Queen Amidala. Uh-oh. No, don't stop the streak. What are you doing? Wait. Why? What happened? Why'd you put these in there with it? To hold them in place, maybe? No. Oh, no. Darn, I thought it was a brick of foils. Well, I think they used the other cards to hold them in place. Because maybe they only had one giant top loader. Yeah, that sucks. Well, I got some foils. They're not terrible ones to get. Let me check what Queen Amidala goes for. Some of them are worth a lot, some of them aren't. I don't think these are the ones that are worth a lot because these are just regular rares. Unfortunately. Queen Amidala, Naboo foil. Let's see here. Having a hard time finding this one. So somebody wants 550 shipped for it. Someone else wants $2 from Italy, but $411 shipping. Someone else wants 15. Someone wants 18. Wait, is there a version of this that's not in foil? Because the foil ones, people want about 12 to 15 for it. Not sure. I wish I was more up to date on Young Jedi. Oh, that one is foil. Okay. They have an active offer on it. I don't know what the condition's like, though. Let me check R2D2. R2D2. Oh, he's not bad. Someone wants 28, someone wants 20. None have sold that I can see. Yeah, none have sold. No, that can't be a real sale, right? What is this? Oh, that's the Japanese. The Japanese version of this R2D2? $300 almost, by the way. Japanese Young Jedi cards are no joke. They're super rare. But there's really only 2 on here, unless that's a foil. If there's a non-foil version, yeah, people want like 20, 25, 30 bucks for the foil. So that's not terrible. So you figure, in this condition, probably $10 at the most for Yamedalo, $20 for R2D2, $40. Jabba's probably like $5, but let's see. $10 someone wants, 15. Yeah, he's in a foil, he's like 10 to 15. So not bad. Honestly, these foils just like paid for most of what I probably paid for this entire 15-pound box. But that was fun at least, right? Let's get these in sleeves. I'll probably open the unlimited packs just to see if I get lucky. I gotta figure out what the pack trick is though. I don't know where the rares are located in unlimited packs. The foils could have been worse though. At least I got some decent main characters. Don't forget, these are like 1 in 8 packs, so if I were to open a booster box, you may only get that many foils. Like, they actually could have opened a booster box and just got these 4 cards. I think you typically get, I forget how many packs are in a box, but yeah, you don't get many foils per box at all. Pause the music. I'll do it on stream, but I'm going to record a local video as well so we can make a video out of it at least. So I'm going to do my little video and intro. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Fairlight. Glad you're enjoying it. I do very random streams on this channel. Right now I don't really have too much to open. That's why tonight I just opened some packages I had sitting around for a couple years. Kind of kind of light on sealed stuff to open at the moment, so I usually try and do like variety streams of different things. Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm actually in the middle of a live stream right now, but I wanted to hit the record button and record the opening of these Star Wars CCG Unlimited Edition packs, which came in a box that I opened on stream that I bought 3 years ago, I forget what it was, but a couple years ago. It was just random bulk of Young Jedi and Star Wars CCG, and there were apparently some sealed packs in there as well. So there's I believe 6 packs. These are Premier Unlimited. I've never opened Unlimited packs before. I always do the limited. So figured I'd open it in a recording and see if we can pull a Darth Vader. There's also a sealed starter deck, which I'll open, because apparently you do get one random rare dark side and light side. Let me pause the recording, though, because I just forgot to look up what the pack trick is. Hold on. I gotta look up what the pack trick is. Because there's no rarity symbols, right? So, like, I'm not good. There's a lot of rares in this set. Star Wars Premier Unlimited. Unless, if any of you know it, you can let me know. There's no known trick to Star Wars Limited Premier Packs Elders. No, I'm not looking for that. Pack opening pre-release. Star Wars Unlimited Rare Location. I can't find it. I gotta watch a video. Rare card placement, Star Wars CCG. Okay, hold on. It's 5th in. I'm not sure about Unlimited. I don't know. Let me look up a quick YouTube video. I'll look up Egar Chow. He always like shows what the rare is.
So to continue the one of everything video series, I'm going to
He's opening a starter deck too, so I'll be able to tell.
just take an X-Acto knife to the rule book, but I don't trust my hands there on doing that. But those are the rares.
Wait, where did he say?
But the problem is the cards that are on either side of the rule book, those are the rares.
Oh, okay. So the 2 cards on both sides of the rulebook are the rares. He has a very hard time opening this, as I'm sure I will.
The plastic is pretty old. It's coming off.
He's been struggling to open this starter deck for about 2 minutes now. This is a precursor to me in a moment.
Same as the so our rares, if I remember correctly, at least if it's the same as the black border one, the rares are going to be on the end here now.
Okay.
So you got the rule book. Now let's see what we get for uncommons.
Okay. So wow, that's really weird rare placement. So I'm glad I watched this.
Okay.
I would have never figured that out. Just give me a moment. Now he's doing the pack.
And 5th card in, if I remember correctly. It's a light side.
Yeah, you were right, Brian. 5th card in. Okay. Alright, so I found out where the rare placement is. So now I can do the pack trick correctly, because I'm really not good at memorizing where rares are in these packs. Ooh, that is not coming apart easily. My goodness. Yeah, we're not going to save these packs. They're just going to get ravaged. Okay, so if it's the 5th in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's my rare. So unlimited will have white border, which I definitely don't prefer for most cards. And then the limited will have the black border. However, these are a lot easier to grade because of the white border. So if you do pull something big, like Ellis Hellrot here, you can grade it and probably have a much better chance at a 10. So I am going to separate my favorite cards. So weird aliens and stuff from the Cantina will be my stack of favorite cards. Potential for grading. You know, Stormtrooper with a white border is kind of nice. We'll put him in my favorite stack. All right, rare is coming up here. Maybe a Luke. Nope, it's some kind of effect. On the edge. So I sleeve my rare no matter what, just so that I am able to better remember what the rares are in the future. Honestly, I'll be happy with just pulling one decent main character rare. Wow, these do not open as easy as other Star Wars CCG packs for some reason. We're looking for Dark Side. We want the back to be Dark Side because that's the chance of being the Darth Vader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, light side. Jet Porkins. These cards feel good though. The Unlimiteds feel good. I don't know if that's like a different card stock from Unlimited. But they feel pretty high quality. A little bit more glossy, like a little easier to separate in the hand. I like that. I'll take a random weird droid for the favorite stack. Alright, our rare. Ooh, it's probably going to be an alien. I'll take a Greedo, but he's not dark side. Ooh, okay, I like that. I will take a Cantina creature pack fresh from my rare. Now this is a very significant character, by the way. If you know the Cantina, you know why. I could be wrong on this, but I'm almost certain that this is the first creature alien that they show in the Cantina scene. It's the first thing that pops up, I believe. So he holds a special place in my Cantina heart. At least he's one of the first. It's been a bit since I've watched Star Wars Special Edition. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another light side. We will take him. One of my favorite Star Wars figures as a kid. Nabroon Leeds, I believe is how you pronounce it. Always loved that alien. I got an action figure of him when I was younger. It came in a 3-pack with a couple other Cantina creatures. Take him. Our rare is coming up in one more card. Obi-Wan's lightsaber. Okay. I don't think that's a terrible one to get. Now there are rare 1 and rare 2. Unfortunately, I'm too rusty to like know off the top of my head if this is a rare 1 or a rare 2. Terrible centering on this. But there are more rare certain rares are more rare than others, essentially. Unfortunately, I do not know off the top of my head which ones are which. I'd have to look it up. Come on, can we get a dark side? Chance of Greedo. I want a Greedo pack fresh. I've yet to pull a Greedo from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got dark side. Greedo or Vader chance? Banta. Take the Y-Wing. One day I might collect the weird droid, so we'll put him here too. Okay, here we go. Darn. Luke Seeker, not what we want to see. Seekers are such trolls. It's like the worst rare you can get. Obi-Wan's lightsaber's R1. Yeah, I figured. That's a good pull. Alright, our last pack, and then we got the starter deck with 2 more rare cards inside. 3, 4. Got a dark side. Nice thing about Premiere, there's just so many cards in this set that when you open like a stack of packs like this, you're typically, even with the commons, not seeing repeats. X-Wing, nice. Okay, last rare. Darn. Oh, Vader's lightsaber. Whoa, okay. I will take Obi-Wan's lightsaber and Vader's lightsaber in 6 packs. I'm assuming that's also an R1. Okay, I'm happy with that. Recap the rares. Obi-Wan and Darth Vader lightsaber. Send those off to PSA. Sequential PSA 10s, perhaps? I can never be that lucky. 2 R1s, yeah, that's not bad. Alright, let's do the starter deck. Hopefully I'm able to open this without causing damage to the cards inside. I just cut my fingernails too, so miracle I just grabbed that piece of plastic. Okay, that was pretty easy. Shoutouts to 2-decade-old brittle plastic. Alright, so the rare, if I look this up right, we'll get 1 rare dark side and 1 rare light side. I'm actually going to sleeve them up right now for dramatic effect and flip them at the end. Could you imagine if I get like an Obi-Wan and a Darth Vader? How crazy would that be? To go with the lightsabers. Keep those there. Let's see what we got for the commons and uncommons. Now, in a starter set, these cards should be really nice condition since they were sealed in a box and then, you got the plastic around them. Sometimes I consider some of the vehicles to be mains, even if they're common or uncommon. There are vehicle collectors out there. I'm actually kind of warming up to the unlimited cards. I used to only go for the black border, but these unlimiteds with the white border sometimes look really nice, especially with the green. I'm actually not hating them as much as I thought I would. They feel really good coming out of this starter deck too. They feel so fresh. Okay, we got kind of screwed on our common uncommons here. Nothing too exciting. Well, that was not great. Not too many aliens or anything in there. Alright. Do light side first. This is a rare. Oh my god, did I call it? I got the Obi one. Okay. Can you imagine if the other is a Darth Vader? Look at this. That is going together to get graded. Very nice. Alright. Is this the Vader? What are the chances? Let's find out. Oh, man, that would have been crazy. But listen, I'm not going to complain. Getting an Obi-Wan Kenobi from a starter deck, plus Vader's lightsaber R1, Obi-Wan's lightsaber R1, getting one of my favorite Cantina aliens, pack fresh. I'd say that that was worth it. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. I've got to do the local recording stuff more often. There's too many times I do a stream where like I open up something so epic, but I can't really upload it because it's just like in the middle of a stream with no context and music in the background. It does suck though because I got to pause the music. That was fun. I'd say that Star Wars box was definitely worth it. With the Young Jedi foils and then the packs, I got some pretty good stuff out of the packs. Yeah, it is. It's Vader adjacent. I don't know if that's an R1. Probably not. I don't think I really have too much else to open. I mean, I did have this. I don't remember the origins of these. I just had some single packs of Metazoo sitting around. I think these were sent to me by Colton. Good buddy of my YouTube Twitch channel. But I guess we can end on that. Open up something a little different, you know? It is an R1. I got 2 R1s. So that's a good opening. Yeah, I kind of like the unlimited packs. Maybe I'll go for those more in the future. They're usually a lot cheaper. Especially a booster box. I actually really didn't mind the white borders as much as I thought I would. Alright. I got burned so much from opening Metazoo Seance at launch. I opened up so many of these packs, and I'm not even going to get into explaining how the booster boxes worked, but let's just say that I never opened up a card worth any value. I was so pissed. So maybe this one pack. Well, I take that back. I did open a blister pack, which did give me a serialized card. But like from an actual booster pack, I never opened anything good. Ever. And I opened a lot because they were weird. The boxes were mappable. And of course I get another reverse hollow. So literally just like, I'll throw this in the trash. I have so much bulk of Seance. Have I opened any more stores Unlimited? I am done with Unlimited. Yeah. I was getting into that more so for the playability of it, less so than the collectability. And I stopped playing it. So I never even got into the second set. But I have a boatload of this first set. When I open up my eBay store, I'm going to sell pretty much all of it. So if you are an Unlimited collector, keep a lookout. Alright, this is second edition, so pretty much everything in here is worth half a penny. Oh, Hodag. I'll take it. Man, new Zoo just does not hit as good as the old Zoo. So Hodag is like the equivalent of, say, Venusaur, if you want to look at it that way from MetaZoo. The Charizard is Mothman. The Blastoise is probably like Piazza Bird or something. And then the Venusaur's Hodag. Oh man, I miss old Metazoo, I really do. I'm just so disgusted and tired of the new one. It's just, they messed up. They messed up. I've been wanting to do a video ranting about why I miss old Metazoo and why I don't like the new one as much at all. They just don't understand what made original Metazoo special. They just needed to stick to this art style. They really did. This is what made Metazoo stand out. The new card just... It's like Lorcana. We don't want Lorcana. Alright, so the big thing to pull from this would be a serialized card from UFO. I opened up a lot of UFO. This is a set that I got into Metazoo with. Or Men in Black would be the next best thing. Vanometer Visitor. UFO itself. There are serialized cards you can get from UFO, but they're like... It's exceedingly rare because of how high this print run was. The chance of pulling it is probably like 0.0001% to get one. Nope. Lady in Red. Oh, old Metazoo. Man, you had potential. Alright. Big thing to pull from here is there are secret rares. Green Man. If I pulled a secret rare, by the way, man, I'd flip out, seriously. Even though Metazoo's like super dead and I don't really collect it anymore, I would still flip out if I pulled a secret rare. The secret rares in Metazoo are no joke. Like, super rare. But yeah, we want a Bigfoot from this. What you're looking for from Wilderness. Nope. The odds of pulling a holo in Metazoo are about 1 in 3, just like Pokemon. Okay, so Nightfall, known as one of the best sets of Metazoo. You want Wendigo. You want Mothman. You want the secret rare, which is, whatchamacallit? I forget his name. It's the devil guy, I forget his name. Headless Horseman. A few good ones. And we're not going to get it. I was going to comment too on how dumb this card looked. And then I pulled a reverse holo. Air Rods. Headless Coal Miner would have been a cool one. Well, we got a holo Hodag. It's 2nd edition, so it's worth like probably no more than $2. It looks nice. Let's see. All right, we'll do a little variety. How many people we still got hanging out in here? Still quite a bit of you. I tend to open up a couple packs of Japanese Pokemon 151 every stream from this box that I've had open now for like a year. I still have yet to pull, like, what do they call them? SIRs in Japanese? I don't even know. So we'll do 2 packs. 2 packs of Japanese. Not sure how many more I still have left in here. Oh, not many. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I may actually need to... Actually, I may need to hold on to these. Because I do something on my Twitch channel where when I bring it back, I open up these packs and, like, it determines something depending on what I pull. So actually, I am going to have to hold on these because I don't plan on opening up another booster box of this. So Pokemon 151, you guys stay sealed. The hit card is still in here, by the way. I think I did open up the Master Ball. It was a freaking, like, chewed on apple. It's terrible. I do have this blister, but I do think I want to keep this sealed. Yeah, that's 2nd edition. It's just kind of as a remembrance to old school Metazoo. It's not worth much, so we're going to keep that sealed. Oh, hold on. I know what I can open. I've got some really bad condition modern Pokemon I can open. Like, I got these blister packs for free because look at them. They're like stepped on. They're kind of like creased and stuff, so We'll open that up and, of course, pull a $200 card that has a crease in it. Let's see what else we can get here. We'll do a few packs of Lord of the Rings, Realms of the Elf Lords. See if we can pull a foil. And I don't know if I can reach this. Hold on. What is this? Oh, Wyvern packs. I don't have too many of these left. I'm just gonna do 2 chaotic packs. And I think all I've got in the immediate area. I don't think there's anything else. You know what? We can open one of these just because the art is cool. Show you guys some Wyvern. Yeah, and that's how we'll end the stream. We'll save Lord of the Rings for last. Let's do Wyvern first. Did I try and get any of the Magic Final Fantasy cards? No, I don't do anything Magic. I just avoid it. I just don't want to get involved with collecting Magic. It's a little too expensive. Like, even if I get into it, it's just... no. Too much money. The way that they handle, like, collector cards now, I think I'll pass on that. Alright, so this is Wyvern. I actually had some of these cards as a kid. I had like a starter deck, and I always loved the art. And then one day I was just randomly reminded of it again. Kind of reminds me of like the art on Sorcery Contested Realm. All the art is done by one person. I forgot how to read the rarity. I think it's... oh man. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know how you tell where the rare is, I'm gonna be honest. Might be the dot in the bottom right here, like maybe the amount of those. Oh, that's cool. There's a lot of dragons if you can't tell. It's very surreal art. Dark. I like that. I love how simple that looks, but that's cool. Yeah, not sure what the rare was. Not sure at all. Check out Wyvern though, it's not too expensive. It used to be dirt cheap. Not anymore though. Alright, let's do some Beyond the Doors. Chaotic. What makes Chaotic fun is that the cards have random stat generations on them, so you can... the best way to describe it is imagine opening Pokemon base set, pulling a first edition Charizard, but then your Charizard has random stats on it that determine the value. So you can pull a bad Charizard or a good Charizard. That's pretty much how Chaotic cards work. I finally pulled my first Ultra Rare. I don't know if I have it offhand here to show. No, not really. Ultra Rares are 1 in every 24 packs, so they are extremely rare. One per booster box, essentially. Yeah, I pulled it on stream, the last stream I did, I believe. First one I've ever pulled. And I've opened a decent amount of Chaotic packs. So these are the stats, right? So you'll see there's like a median energy, so there's like a minimum that they could be and then a maximum. So his say his minimum might be 30 and his max is like 50 or something. I don't remember what the threshold is for energy. And then these stats are also random, and there's a threshold for like the lowest and highest it can be. And then that can determine the value of the card, especially if it's a rare foil. So unfortunately for a lot of chaotic foils, they're a cold foil that make them really hard to see. Some of them can be very dark. And for this, those are 2 rares. So I did not get a super rare or an ultra for that. Unfortunately for me, chaotic packs tend to be a little boring when it comes to non-creatures. Like this stuff I'm just not super into. Even though some of them can have some pretty cool surreal art. Most of the time they're just kind of whatever. They tie into the show though. So like all the spell cards that you see in these packs are used in the show. So if you watch the show, they mean a little bit more. Alright, last pack of chaotic for tonight. Got a regular rare. I can tell the rarity by looking up here. Once again, the art on this is probably really awesome, but the cold foil makes it extremely hard to see under most lighting conditions. Alright, and then we'll see if we got a super or a rare. Nope, just a regular rare. I'm going to sleeve up the creature, though. Sleeve up creature rares. I strike out a lot with chaotic. Whatever, I'll sleeve up all the foils. What the hell? It's beyond the doors. It's not one of the cheaper sets, so. Yeah. No, I don't want to collect all the musics. But I like the idea of the creature cards having random stats. That makes it kind of fun, because even if you pull a rare or a super rare, like something that's not too hard to pull, you can get one with like almost max stats, and that makes it actually kind of desirable for collectors. Alright. Let's open up some modern Pokemon. I have not opened modern Pokemon in a very long time. I don't want to sell these because the damage that is applied to the blisters, I just wouldn't feel comfortable selling that and then having someone open it and have damaged cards, so I'll just open it myself. It's been, man, I have not opened modern Pokemon packs like this in over a year. They've just been impossible. You can't even get I don't even want to really open them anymore, but even if I did, they're impossible to find. I can't find them anywhere. Sold out everywhere. Can never find them at Walmart or Target ever. Alright, so let's see how bad the damage is on this. I don't even know what the hit cards are that you can get in these. I know Obsidian you can get a Charizard. I forget what's in Paldea Evolved. Let's see how the damage is, if any. Oh, pretty alright. We're not doing a pack trick on these. I think we're just getting a normal foil from the looks of it. Can't believe they give 2 reverses now. It's so crazy to justify the higher pack price. Nothing. Save the worst one for last. So glad that we're finally going to be moving on from these stupid chandelier head Pokemon cards. I think the Megas are at least a little bit cooler. If there's no damage to that last Blister Boy, I'm going to be impressed. That means the blisters do a good job of protecting the cards. Looks like there's like a little, but for the most part, better protected than I thought they'd be. Some nice art on this inking. On this channel, we appreciate the actual cool art. I don't care if the card is worth 2 cents. It's a nice hand door. I like the background on that one. Okay, our versus... Oh, we got something. Steel type. Wait, is this the set that you can get the Steelix? In the construction yard? Oh, man, they got me. Thought it was that Steelix card for a second. Well, hey, I got something. Poorly scented Varoom. Not a Pokemon I really care about. Actually, not one of my favorites, I'll tell you that much. Not a big fan of that thing. Alright, last shot at a Charizard. I might have had more of these packs. Yeah, see, look at this. So, if these cards are mint, then these pieces of cardboard do a really good job. Okay, this one definitely. Look at the code card. But let's see if the back card. Ooh, got a little bit, but where the rare is, it should be okay. Hopefully. Ooh. You know this is going to be the pack with the Charizard, right? And this is why I didn't want to sell these blisters or even give them to somebody. This wouldn't feel right. That's some awesome art for Phantom. I like the ones that look like they're done with like colored pencils. Reminds me of the old days. Okay, let's... Oh man, we do get something in this pack. No! Why this pack? Alright. Let's see what it is. It's a normal type? Well, I mean... At least it wasn't anything crazy. Let's see the damage. It does have a dent. Makes me feel better it wasn't something crazy, though. That would have felt terrible. Nice background art. That's a binder card. If I had a magic marker up here, I'd like mark on here, do not grade, but I don't, so... Lord of the Rings. To finish us off. Some of you may or may not know, extremely hard to pull foil cards from these packs. So we'll see how we do. I believe the odds are 1 in 7 or 1 in 8 packs or something like that. And then every card in the set can be foil, so even if you get a foil, most of the time it's going to be bad. But it makes the chase of a foil card very tempting. Because it's just, you never know what you're going to get. I don't remember the pack trick on where the foil would be. So we're just going to go through it. I will check the rare, though. I'll see which one is the rare. The symbol is in the bottom here. So I think it goes uncommon, 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 rare. Common R1. Oh, that's our rare. I think if you get a foil, it's the card behind this one, if I remember right. I'll take that. It's a pretty good rare. I've graded some of these with CGC and got gem mint 10s. So I have a good eye for picking out the 10s on these. I'm very selective on it. These are not easy to grade and get 10s. Their print quality out of the factory are pretty bad. Got a little dent there on this one. Okay, our rare. Oh, we might have something crazy coming up. I just saw Gandalf's hat. That's a good sign. Let's see what we got. Nope. Unfortunate. But yeah, whenever you see the hat, that's a Gandalf card. I was running through my mind like, is there a Gandalf foil in this set? The frying pan. Something tells me I'll eventually try grading a frying pan. The rare good because it's playable. I think it's just a nice looking rare. The ring. It's just a lot of rares just don't have the best screenshot, and that's a pretty nice screenshot. I have no idea about playability. There are cards that are valuable in this though because they are playable, however. Ooh, rare Arwen. I will take it. Main character rares, I will take. And do we get a foil? Nope. These are the kind of cards I grade. Even if they're not foil, they look good. If the centering is good, no white dots. This one looks pretty clean. Oh, no, hold on, wait. No, okay, no. That's part of the printing process. Sometimes the corners... You gotta get a grader that understands what they're doing with these cards. Because a lot of Lord of the Rings cards have like a weird lip in the cut of the card in the corners. Which looks like it's a bend, but it's not. It's actually just part of the cutting process of these. Do another one. Too great and terrible is the rare. And no foil. It's a cool Saruman common though. That one definitely has something weird in the corner though. So many frying pans. I should try and find a card that's themed around fire so I can grade out of the frying pan into the fire. Just get a sequential set of them. I usually like to try and open these until I get a foil. But that, I mean, I could open 20 packs and not get a foil, so we'll have to cap it off here soon. Let's do a pack trick on this one. So what is it? Uncommon, uncommon, common, rare, potential foil, I think is how it goes. I think it's 3 uncommons, right? Build a pony. Main character in my eyes. I'm actually going to sleeve him. Is that a foil? It's Looks like the texture is different. No. Ooh, nice rare. That's a crazy one to get in a foil. Very expensive card in foil. And no foil. You can imagine this card in foil is pretty wild looking. Well, because Mr. 300 just said this is awesome, we'll do another pack. I'd really like to open a foil on stream. I really would. So how many packs is that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, wait, 5? It's 5. So this is 6. My odds are like, 1 in 7, so... But like I said, I've opened a ton of these in a row and not gotten a foil before, so... Oh, I think I just spoiled a foil. I think I may have just seen something there. 1, 2, 3. Rare. Foil. Okay, so this will be the final pack. See that, Mr. 300 bringing the luck. That's a great screenshot there of the ring in the snow. I swear every pack has had a frying pan. Now, like I said, any card in the set can be a foil, so I can literally get a foil frying pan, which I would not be upset about, by the way. I can get a foil of this guy. You can get a foil of any card. So it can be a really good foil or a really bad one. Okay, next one is our rare. Oh, that's a nice one. His Cruelty and Malice. Now imagine getting a foil of that. If you got a foil of this, probably in pack fresh condition, probably $80 to $100 would be my guess, if at least. Alright, let's see what we got. I'm going to check the rarity. Actually, no, we'll check the top right corner. Oh, it's going to be a freaking orc, isn't it? Or a Saruman card, perhaps? It is a common. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh. I mean, it's not a bad one to get. Listen, I'll take a Saruman card over an orc. They foiled his beard and hair. That's so funny. I love the foils in this set. In Lord of the Rings TCG. Look at what they did. They straight up spot foiled his beard and hair. That's great. They even took the pieces of hair that were blowing in front of his face and foiled it, right? That's not scratches on my card, right? Let me see this. I don't think, is that a scratch? Huh. I'm actually not sure. I feel like a grader would not be kind to whatever that is, though. Holy crap. I'd have to confirm with somebody else that has this card. You guys let me know what you think. Look at this. Look right here by his eye. You think that's... I don't know. Is that like an error in the printing? There's no way that got that scratched up in the pack. There's no way. I've never seen scratches like that on one of these foils before. That's so odd. There's a ton of scratch lines on here, though. This is why it's so hard to grade foils in Lord of the Rings TCG. Hollow wrinkles. Yeah, it does look weird. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I feel like if I got this graded, they would look like someone that doesn't know this set would look at that and be like, oh yeah, it's all scratched up. I almost feel like I'd have to buy this. This is the strat that I would use. I'd go on eBay and find a second one, and if it has the same issue, I'd submit 2 of these to prove to the grader that that is a factory thing. and not scratches. That is so crazy though. What a crazy looking foil that is. Alright. We did 6 packs. I'm going to do 7. I think that's what we'll do on streams from now on. Even though I should stock there, I'm just going to grab a random pack from this stack. Because, you know, 1 in 7. Chance at a hollow, we're going to do 1 more. I grabbed the pack that was on the bottom. Lucky number 7. 1, 2, 3. Rare potential foil. This is the third set? Yeah, this is the 3rd set, I believe, that they came out with. It says 3, right? So that's got to be the 3rd set. Not really a main character. Another frying pan. I swear you can't avoid them. Okay, our rare is next, I believe. Might be a Saruman card. Oh. The Palantir of Orthanc. That's a cool one. I don't think I've ever pulled that one before. That would be a nice foil. I bet you this foil, they foiled the orb. Right, let's see if we got a foil. We did not. But that's a cool rare to end on. To recap the cards that I sleeved up from 7 packs. The 1 foil. I told you, foils are no joke. 1 in 7 odds. Bill, even though he's uncommon, main character in my eyes. Arwen rare, that's a big pull. And then Arwen uncommon. And then the Nenya ring rare. All right. I think that's pretty much everything I had around here that I could open. I'm sure I'll do another stream at some point. I mean, I have other things I can open, but you know, I like to spread it out a bit. I don't like to go too crazy in one stream, you know, especially with the kind of stuff I like opening. Just a reminder, I do have memberships open on the channel now for those of you that choose that method of supporting YouTube channels. Right now, there is a extended edition of the buyer point of view video that I released a week ago. Like an extra 30 minutes or so of footage for the members. So if you've already watched the video, I'll tell you it's probably not worth becoming a member just to watch the extended edition, as I call it. But if you haven't watched it yet, then maybe it's kind of like a neat little thing to do, to check it out. It's an hour and 20 minutes for that version. Other than that, thank you everybody for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed. You know, I'll be doing another stream again at some point. I don't know what I'll be opening. Can't really afford to buy too much cards right now, though, I'll tell you that. I'm pretty much just opening whatever the heck I've had laying around for the last year or two. Which is everything that I opened here tonight. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video or the next stream. Have a good one.